Shamble dambles.
Quamble Hamble. Oh, I know what's going on. 1 second.
We're in a bit of a quandary right now. They're fucking gone.
Quandary. Laundry.
Conundrum.
That was part Saul Guerrero and part Principal from Beavis and Butthead.
Conundrum.
Somebody should animate Saul Guerrero with those little waves around him. So pissed. Jin, are we not still good friends? Jin.
Were you sent here to kill me?
Borgullet. It's enough of that. Oh, that sweet sound. Best podcast intro music of all time. Best.
Hello.
Hide it. Hide the beer.
That's
so funny.
You're going. You best be going pissed.
Holy shit. Thanks C3 penis face and R2 dickhead.
Hello there.
Looking? Found someone you have, I would say.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy Rogues watching podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Mopar.
My name is Commander Cody. Hi, how are you?
I'm letting it vibe for a second. I love all the fans that are live with us.
They're all right there. See?
You pointed to the crotch of Phasma. They're all right there. See it?
Phasma. This is the one fan that's watching us right now on the live stream.
Jesus. What are those yoga pants under the armor? Got to be very, very flexible.
They have those, the 501st guys, when they have the Stormtrooper armor, they have to get one of those like really skin tight black undersuits or jumpers or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Then you put the plate on top of it, the armor plates on top of it. So you're not wrong.
Yeah. I wonder if there's Velcro in there to hold it in place.
There is.
It's just you literally are just in one big leotard thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's little Velcro strips on certain spots where you can like mix and match your armor.
I witnessed someone put the armor on last night. That's exactly what happens.
You know what? Mopar Boy Genius is here with you.
You should have started the 501st back in the day. What are you thinking, man?
I started the 500, but we were shot and killed. The 501st came rambling through.
Why? So I know that's a military thing. I wonder why it's like when they decide to make the last letter in the digits, like it's 501st, not 501st.
I could be really wrong, but from my random ramblings, I would assume the first is a designation of how high you can get, and it ends at first. So that would be the highest designation. So if you were like 535 battalion, you'd be lower on the totem pole. I could be completely wrong about that, but that's kind of where I got it from. So if you're on the 501st, you would be the top ranking of the 500 brigade or whatever. Like the 500s would do a certain thing in a certain area. And there'd be 35s all the way down to the 501st would be the first charge. I think I'm over explaining.
I think you talked me into it. But we'll just accept that for now. Completely
wrong. Damn, boys, the stream looks good. I feel like Mopar looks different in HD. Yeah, a lot of jackassery that you can't see in the fuzzies of low definition. I almost called it low high definition.
Low K. It really gets into the jackass pores that we have.
Oh, yeah. See that.
Next step will be, 4K 60 frames per second. That's next on the list. But
that's weird that Jacoda said that because I've had this webcam since I moved out here for the past year.
Yeah, I don't know if you changed it or if I changed it or if it was just the will of the force, but the past few weeks have been looking a lot better than they used to. So
maybe there was an update on Zoom. You never know.
Maybe Jacoda got glasses finally.
Maybe.
Oh no, that is what happened. I found a new setting on Zoom that makes it higher quality and in like a set controlled frame rates. Makes it easier for editing in post. So maybe that just made it look higher quality overall. So that's good.
That sounds interesting.
Thanks for noticing, man. We're gonna drink some beer.
Now, well, you will.
What? Hey, listen. I'm partied out, and I still at least have one beer to drink.
Yeah, you did a lot of partying this weekend. I noticed you woke up Saturday and you're like, I'm fucking hungover. And then Saturday night you went out. I saw Instagram live nonsense.
I'm tired.
Like 3 a.m. in the middle of Columbus streets.
Yeah, they were having lightsaber fights in the middle of a busy street. It was fun. So The Office has throughout the summer a concert and party series on Fridays, the second Friday of the month. So that was Friday night. They set up like bands on the back dock, so the live music and beer, and then we hung out at Land Grant for a little bit too. So that was Friday. Saturday, for some reason, I woke up at 6:15 and I couldn't fall back asleep. So that was a great start to being hungover. And then Saturday night, we had the tattoo thing at Red Tree Tattoo Gallery, which was cool. Star Wars art show. A lot of cool pieces there. So if you were following our Instagram, I storied some of the artwork that was up there. Really cool stuff. It was fun. We hung out. I forced Tommy Boy to get on the mic and do an episode with me there at the gallery. So that was fun. So we partied again Saturday night. So that's 2 nights in a row. I'm very tired. All this to say,
there wasn't even punctuation at the end of that. It was very long night, very tired.
Very long night, very tired. And then all the while, I have at least something to drink tonight. I don't want to skip, even if it's just like, I don't know, 4 ounces of beer just so you can talk about it. I feel like that's better than nothing.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I don't have a special beer. We went out last night, so PA low-key sucks with their alcohol sales.
And like as far as where you can buy it at what time?
Well, where you can buy it, and yeah, it's both. So we were out, we did this, actually, it was kind of a cool little astronomy like get-together thing. So there's a local observatory, planetarium.
Oh, that sounds sweet.
Thing.
Yeah.
And they had like a little 2-hour thing last night because you could see Venus and Jupiter last night. It was very clear, and so we went out there. It was a bunch of children. So it was we left pretty early, but it was still, we took a look at the moon and everything. So I'm interested in that stuff. Long story short, we got out of there and it was like 9:30, and I'm like, let's go pick up some beer and just chill at home. Every place closes at 9 on a Saturday night.
That's so weird.
Beer depots, the beer stores close at 9, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's so weird.
You should be open till midnight, bare minimum, because all you sell is alcohol, and it's Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
They should keep bar hours pretty much.
Well, and that's kind of
that's what I have to say about it.
That's what PA people have to say is like, if you can still buy alcohol, but you have to go to a bar, and they sell 6-packs at bars, and I'm like, I'm not fucking going to a bar right now.
Yeah.
I just wanted to buy some like a 6-pack and go home.
And 6-packs at bars are usually more expensive too.
Yep, and it's very limited because they limit it to what they sell.
Yeah.
They're not going to bring anything else in. So
that's where the beauty of the growler can come in handy too.
Yeah, so I really don't have anything. I do have a Sweetwater 420 sitting here, but I'm probably not going to even bust it open. It's not even worth doing it.
Oh, it's worth it.
Oh, you might talk me into it.
Well, I'm having a beer that I've already had. So if you really want to skip it, if you really want to be that much of a low life scum piece of garbage podcaster, then I'll allow it.
That's my middle name. I do want to welcome Mr. Alex in the live chat. He said this is the first time I've seen you guys in like a year. It's been kind of bad, weird, but in a good way. Well, he's definitely one of the best followers I've ever seen. It's been bad, good, weird in a decent way.
And he says he's a European listener. So based on your other messages in the chat, I don't know if you're being sarcastic like we are, or if you're like, because he typed Ruin Johnson, Jar Jar Abrams, and Darth Kennedy.
This dude's pissed.
He's pissed. Or he's drunk. Either way, welcome.
We do have kind of a lot of things on the schedule here. So, yeah, let's just pass the beer review today.
Okay. Well, I already opened one, so I'm at least going to drink that.
All right. So we do have the giveaway that we're going to run through. I'm going to do Guess the Scene.
Nice.
So I have my numbers written down.
Okay.
Huh? So we'll start off with that, but we do have a lot to get through. I finished the first 2 collections of Darth Vader Marvel comic.
Lord Vader.
It's Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith. So I guess there's 2 series, and one of them is just called Darth Vader. The other one's called Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because the other one, the very first comic, he's talking to Jabba. And I read that one.
Oh, yeah. I do remember seeing that one. I have it somewhere.
And I never got into it. Yeah, I think it's the one that's sitting back here.
I don't know. I do remember that.
Staring into nothing, okay?
I'm looking. The comics are
eyes
there.
up front.
They're right there.
See it. So I'm going to be rambling through my thoughts and honestly my praises of that Darth Vader like I said, it's the first 12 comics in that series. So
hell yeah, hell yeah.
But we're gonna be jumping into a bunch of games. I picked up a couple of games, and we've been going back. So let's just kick it off.
What are we kicking it off
Guess
with?
the scene.
Guess the scene. Okay, cool.
Guess the scene. So the numbers I threw out there, and I figured we do number 8 because we haven't really done that yet.
It's the worst one. I don't even want to fucking open the file. I hate it.
So 870 were the numbers I had written down.
870. All right.
Very interesting. So we're about halfway through, isn't it?
Yeah, hour and 10 minutes. That is just about halfway through.
So halfway through episode 8,
some sort of plot hole, I think, is happening. That's my guess.
Probably an extremely bad scene is happening. So I'm trying to randomly run through it. It's difficult to do halfway through the movie because you kind of get a sense of the end of the movie and the beginning. So when you throw out something like 70, you're like, well, how long is the beginning and how long is the end?
Yeah.
Because you got to think Crate probably takes a while at the end.
Crate does take a while.
Crate takes a while, and so does the Kylo, Rey, and Snoke scenes.
Yeah. It's one of those layouts that has like a double climax. Like the movie climaxes in the throne room, and then it chills, and then it climaxes on Crate again. So that takes a minute. I'm gonna say they're getting DJ out of the prison cell on Canto Bight, or maybe it's the horse chase scene rodeo.
I'm gonna say they're contacting Maz right before Canto Bight.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with the fuck.
Because I think Canto Bight is part of the second half of the movie.
See, that's my initial reaction, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's earlier than we think. I'm gonna say it's the horse chase, Father Your Chase.
Brian S. It's episode 8, 70 minutes in, but I'm trying to run through because I think the first battle with the Dreadnought takes 20 minutes. And then Rey finding Luke and spending all that time on Octo.
It takes a while.
I think that's probably another 20 minutes. So we're already 45 minutes in. Yeah, I'm good. I think, and then Poe gets yelled at for about 20 minutes from Leia.
Straight.
So 70 minutes in on episode 8. Yeah, I'm guessing they're contacting Red Palm Bloom. They're contacting Maz about the code breaker.
The master code breaker. Oh yes, he can.
You're guessing they're already on Canto Bight.
Horse chase.
Horse chase. Okay.
Father Your Chase. Yeah. Okay, cool. I got it open. I'm scrolling. You guys can't see this. So definitely already at Canto Bight. And Luke's laying down knowledge about Darth Sidious. And there's DJ. Here we got 110. Oh, I finally won. 110 is right at the end of the horse chase when they get picked up by BB-8 and DJ.
Nice.
Like literally right as it ends. And then it switches over into Rey and Luke fighting.
So you were wrong. It wasn't the horse chase. It was the horse stop endage.
Yay, everybody.
Nice.
I'm pleased with myself. What do I get as a prize?
I'm never doing this again. I want to be right.
I don't play unless I'm right. Obviously.
I take it back. I think I wrote down 8:45. That's the issue.
Okay. What happens at 45? You're wrong there too. That's the first Skype session. Just wrong all over the board, Mopar. What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Why it's a trash movie. Episode 8's trash.
Because you messed it up. You need to rewatch these movies a few more times.
Yeah, I do. So it's been weird movie wise. Now that you say that, we've got a lot to get into, so I'm excited. But going off of that,
yeah,
I have not been in a Star Wars movie mode. Like the Darth Vader comic was perfect, and that's what I needed in my life.
Nice.
But like when I wanted to watch something, Star Wars wasn't.
Just don't know what to do for the movies. Yeah.
So I threw on Logan again because I have that downloaded on my Xbox.
Yeah.
It's the greatest movie I've ever seen. I'm telling you right now.
No, I agree. I almost agree with you, but yeah.
It's one of the And I think it's not just one of the best superhero films.
Right.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to know anything about anything, and you could walk in and you feel the emotion, the struggle. The little girl, she's left on her alone. Her mom is not really her mom. It was a nurse that stole her from this. I mean, you understand it immediately, and then you feel the connection between Lorelai and Professor X and Wolverine, and it's such a good movie. The way it's filmed, the score, the music in it was. I mean, I was sitting here like tearing up and like. Logan's murdering people.
Yeah.
But I was tearing up because he was in a rage because X died.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I need to see it again. I saw it twice in theaters when it came out, and I haven't seen it since then. So I definitely do for a rewatch there.
Yeah, it's kind of a go-to right now. It's one of those. It's up there, so I have some go-to movies. I'll tell you right now, especially if I'm like drinking or drunk. I'll just throw something on and love it.
Yeah,
Scarface is one of them.
Really?
I fucking love Scarface, and I'll watch it if I'm just like buzzed and sitting there and want to do something. I'll throw on Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
Another one's Boondock Saints. Logan's quickly jumping into that, and then awkwardly enough, Catch Me If You Can is another one that I'll throw on.
Yeah, you do like talking about that one.
Because it's just goofy and it's a decent movie.
I'm gonna look at what I have queued up here in my digital thing because I'm. Let's see.
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
Beer League is up there too.
Yeah.
I'll throw that on. But what's funny is you don't know how many times I'll like pass out on the couch, whether I'm just tired or drunk or whatever, and I'll put on Scarface and I'll wake up to the DVD menu of him. It's like a muffled gun shooting. Jesus, we're restarting this.
See what happens when you don't do the beer review? Do you see what happens?
But it's Tony Montana just like unleashing. It's right after You Want to Say Hello to My Little Friend, where he's just fucking. But it's that kind of muffled, and it's in like a DVD menu with some like music. But you know how many times I've woken up
and it just loops. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
dude, that was before I went almost like I'm nearly all digital with my movies and stuff, but that used to happen all the time. I would turn something on to fall asleep to. And I would wake up at like 3 a.m. with that fucking annoying menu music just on loop and then stuck in my head for days after that.
See, you know what's funny? So, were you going to say something else about movies?
I was just going to say as far as the go-to to throw on while you're just hanging out or whatever is I've been watching Big Lebowski a lot. That's probably up there for my...
I think I've seen that only like once or twice.
It's good.
And it really didn't hit me as much as I wanted it to. So I'll have to sit there. And I thought it was goofy and it was really funny, but I don't know what it was. Maybe I just wasn't in the mindset. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really fun. Really good.
I will say, now that you talked about pretty much everything's digital.
Yeah.
I went out and bought Overwatch and Titanfall.
Because they were cheaper.
Well, Overwatch was the same price. It was discounted online, and for the Legendary, I got this for $29.99.
Oh, nice.
But I think
I mean the disc was cheaper than the digital version, is what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. I even said this to Glass Armor. I'm like, look, I'm gonna be pissed when I have to get off my ass and put this disc in the thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was sitting there and opened this up, and I love just having the physical copy. I don't know what it is. It's like buying an album online. I want to have the booklet in my hand. I don't want a digital booklet. That
Sometimes
sucks.
I'm
never going to look at that.
I usually do for stuff like when the next Star Wars thing comes out, I'm definitely going to buy that on Blu-ray and on digital because I want the package and everything, like for a collector's item. And I haven't yet, but I probably would buy maybe BT Bam stuff or Metallica stuff like that as well. But I just like keeping everything simple. You know, if I'm on the go, I don't need to bring shit with me. I can just open my computer and listen to or watch whatever I want. I mean, I have all the Star Wars movies on my phone. So like that saved my ass on planes before. I've totally forgotten to like sync movies on Netflix or anything. It was like, oh, well, I got all 9 Star Wars movies ready to roll, so I can just watch those.
Wait, you can sync movies on Netflix?
Yeah, they added that in an update like 4 or 5 months ago.
Download a handful of them?
Yeah, you can like offline sync. That way you can watch them wherever you want.
Whoa, I'll have to check that out.
The only 2 physical copies of video games I have right now is Dark Souls 3 and Battlefield 4 because I got these right when I got my Xbox One. And since then, I've gotten everything digital.
See, I pretty much have 2. But I
way easier, man.
It is. It's extremely easy. That's why I hate it, because I'll just drop like $30 one day on a game and I'll forget about it. And I'll look at my fucking bank account and be like, where'd this $30 go? Oh, because I clicked one button. Downloaded immediately.
I added some zeros and ones to my Xbox and now I paid money for it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the physical copy. I like having the art. I like having the physical. I mean, they spend a lot of time on the covers, whether it's music or anything.
Yeah.
And that's half the reason I bought music. Like, we've talked about that.
Right.
So I like having a physical copy. It's going to piss me off in the long run, because I'm going to have to take the actual disc out and put another one in. But, it was cheaper. I don't know what happened to my voice. So that's where I'm going with it.
I've been doing that too. My thing is shot from yelling and shouting and drinking and cussing and podcasting. My voice is like dying.
Shinobi says, I just got Overwatch. I suck at it. I was actually extremely happy with my performance today.
Yeah. The first time I ever played with Pat and Tommy Boy, I jumped in and got the hang of it pretty quick, it's like extremely competitive. So I was worried that I was going to have a giant learning curve, but I picked it up pretty quick. Just pick one character and just play with them for, a few hours until you get used to the game.
Yeah, Shinobi, you're just a little slow. You're like Kerner. You're on Kerner.
The Kerner curse.
So let's get in a giveaway. Who do we have on this shit? What do we have?
I don't know. let me pull this open real quick. Sorry.
Commander is still hungover from the past two.
Not
fucking
hungover
days.
anymore. It's just I'm drained of any kind of energy that could possibly be anywhere. It's gone now. The force has left my body.
While you're bringing that shit up, I will get into the Overwatch a little bit.
Yeah.
So we were playing today. What I'll say, as a quick, I think we played 4 or 5 things, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
We had a good group. The easiest thing I want to say is it's easy to play. The gameplay is very straightforward. You have like your special abilities. It's dynamic in the sense that there's so many characters and they all have their unique abilities.
Yeah.
But it's not overly complex. It's easy to use. It's straightforward. Your buttons do one thing, and
that's a good way to say it. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was kind of where I was at. I was happy with it because you can choose your own character. There's like 20 characters you can choose from. They all have their unique abilities. You can make them your own.
21 right now, I think. Yeah.
So it's dynamic because each character is unique, but it's not hard to play. It's not overly complex. So that was my initial thoughts. I've only played it for like 2 hours today. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It's easy. I wish you could run.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's takes a bit to get used to.
Every game since N64, you're able to run.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what tripped me out for a bit. Now you just kind of get used to it. That and for switching weapons and stuff is like one of the D-pad buttons instead of Y. I'm so used to from Call of Duty and stuff. A is jump, Y is change guns. Most of the stuff is pretty similar though. Hang on,
yeah.
Patreon's making me do a bunch of verification, and I'm trying to hack into shit, and it's like I gotta verify, send in like a fucking thumbprint scan.
Been hacked.
Yeah, been hacked. Hang on.
I was playing. Who was I playing as? This fucking Slayer guy.
Oh, Reaper. Yeah.
So he was the why I jumped on him was he looked like a fucking crazy gunslinger dude, but he has 2 hand cannons. He's got 2. What do you call them? Pistol shotguns,
probably. Yeah,
they're pistol shotguns. So I was
awesome.
just running in and blasting people. So that's kind of why I chose him. And his passive ability is if you're close enough and you're shooting people, your shots heal you. So I would just go blasting into a group of
crazy,
people,
right? Yeah,
and just be blowing their heads off, healing myself. So it's a fun game.
I like it a lot. The difference and variety in characters is cool. I've been huge on like teamwork and playing the objective since Battlefield 4. And this one, if you're playing together and you have a variety of characters, rewards you. And if you're trying to be like a camper or a run and gun and you don't have the team built the right way, it definitely punishes you. It's like almost impossible to win if you're just, all damage per second characters, as opposed to you need a tank, you need a healer, maybe 2 of each, and a good balance, a good mix. And it's definitely about the objective and the teamwork. So from that perspective, it's fucking awesome. And we today was the first time we had a full 6-person squad. I mean, that was slaughter. It was fucking fun.
Mopar effect.
I've been playing mainly with Sombra She's a hacker, so one of her abilities.
What does that mean? Like, go ahead.
One of her abilities is you basically lock a character out of their powers for like 10 seconds.
Oh.
So I just run up and I like hack somebody, and then they can't use anything except for their gun, and then I just blast them in the face, and they're fucking dead. And it has the invisibility, and then she can warp from place to place. Like you leave a beacon, and then it has like a timer, and if you hit it again, you warp back to where you left it.
Oh,
so I'll like leave it by a health pack, and then like go blazing into the battle. And if I'm getting hurt, then I'll just like teleport myself back to the health pack, go invisible, cloak, go undercover, go back again. It's fucking sweet.
No,
She's my favorite right now.
The Reaper actually had something similar. He had a warp ability, but you kind of set it as you were running. So it kind of had like a little smoke beacon thing as you look. And that's what you at one point were asking me, how'd you get behind everybody? It's because I was running up, and as soon as I saw their group, I just turned to the right and set my beacon further past them, and just I used it.
Use your powers.
I used it.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. It is fun.
I like it. I'm glad they convinced me to get it.
I have not yet jumped into Titanfall 2. I've just heard nothing but good things, so I'm excited to get in. Actually, I went online, I think, and saw reviews for Titanfall 2, and it wasn't that good. I was like, how can you not be fucking happy with this? It looks fucking crazy. Mech Assault 7.0. What do you want?
7.0. Travis Dunn says debating about playing PUBG or Fallout 4. Play both, man. They're both good. You have to remind me if you have Xbox, you should add us. And I know Shinobi is in here too. He said he got Overwatch. We should definitely link up and play that. Man,
well, there's so much going on now. I finished Fallout 4.
Oh, nice.
Or Fallout 4.
Yeah.
That's the main campaign.
Right.
I believe.
Which you said you hadn't done the first time, so.
Right.
So good? Like it?
Yeah.
Cool. Don't spoil it.
Well, I'll just give you this. There's a lot of factions that you can like join.
Right.
So there's like the Minutemen, there's the Brotherhood of Steel,
just
there's
like
the
Scrim.
Institute, there's exactly like that. But it changes the outcome of everything. So it's not just, maybe it is, but I don't know. It changed the outcome for me, and I made a choice, and it changed the whole map.
Just like Mass Effect.
Yes.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yes. So I was very happy with it. There's points in that game. So I was defending the castle, which is a Minutemen post. That's the one with the big crab lady, or the Mirelurk queen. You have to blow her head off, which takes like 30 missiles, and you're going to die 30 times. It's fucking outrageous. But you constantly get attacked at that castle. So you have to like defend it and build up your area with defense turrets and different. It's fucking crazy. But at one point, we were being attacked by the Institute, which is like mechanical fucking Terminator beasts. And it was just nonstop. I couldn't beat it. And I actually kind of had to like get it to Twitch or fucking bug out to win for me to live.
Really?
And it's just like, there's so many things I didn't even think about. I have an armor, that heavy armor suit thing.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of to grab it. Like there's so many things that you could have done.
The power armor was so hard to get in Fallout 3 that I don't even think about it.
True. Dude, I have 4 of them. I had 4 of them for that one character, and I never really like thought to use it.
That's crazy, yeah.
I would always get into situations and like, oh shit, I'm gonna die, and I would. Like, man, what could I have done? Maybe I'll take this pill and it'll make me stronger and I'll shoot this dude now. But it's like my mind never went to, oh, I have all these 30 other options.
In your closet. Yeah.
I could have a companion with me. I never had a companion.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm loving the dog. The dog is awesome.
I think my dog died. I think it died accidentally by like a death clerk.
Thank you.
All right.
Name the episode.
Death Clerk.
I haven't continued much in Fallout 4 because right after I started that, I started playing KOTOR 2 again, and I got sidetracked there. And I've been trying to stream
KOTOR
that.
2 as well.
So KOTOR 2 kind of has me right now. I'm trying to be more diligent about streaming because every time I get on, I end up playing a multiplayer game and like playing Overwatch with the guys or something like that. I need to be specific and like make sure I get in a good hour or two of KOTOR 2 or something like that so I can get through it. I don't want to burn myself out. Speaking of KOTOR, happy 15-year anniversary. I think it was yesterday, maybe, was the anniversary. So 2003. So we're 15 years best game of all time, best Star Wars thing of all time, best writer, best storyline, best characters. Everything.
On the worst podcast.
On the worst podcast.
What are your thoughts on KOTOR 2 so far? You've never gotten all the way through.
No, I got decent way through. I think probably like 2/3 last time, or the only time that I played it. Thoughts so far are, I like that you can get force powers right away. That helps. Like, the Paragus is way worse than Terrace, but the fact that you don't have to wait like an hour and a half to get force powers makes it way better. So that's a good thing. I like that you can have 2 weapons and switch between them. The interface sucks.
Yes.
The interface is so crowded and overgrown with like just green shit everywhere that it's really fucking hard to see sometimes.
You know what's funny is not only does that suck, but the maps themselves suck fucking ass. I noticed on, what's the first place you go? Is it Paragus?
Paragus, yeah.
Dude, there was a hangar that you go into that you got to jump onto this transport to go out to the military base or whatever. So I'm in this hangar and I look over and I see a normal door. I'm like, fuck yeah. So I walk up to the door, open it. A whole room filled with lockers or foot lockers and just a bunch of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I walk up, none of them are usable. I can't even look at them. They had an entire room filled with empty shit. What the fuck? Why would you even put that in the fucking game? You built a whole other room and didn't put a single fucking item in it.
They're trolling us.
Why is this in the game? I'm so pissed off about this. Dude, that's such a waste of my life. Also, in that regard, like it was a room full of nothing. There was other places I would walk into, like apartments. There would be 4 rooms with not a single person in it. I'd be like, why am I here?
The thing that was pissing me off is walls that look like doors, but aren't doors that open. And you're like, oh, great, I'm going to open this door, find a new area. It's a wall.
It's a wall.
But it looks just like that door over there and the other door that you came in through.
It was
silly.
just it felt very incomplete. Like when I'm walking around Terrace and KOTOR 1, there's just people walking around in their own business. There's Sith people, whatever, Sith armor guys. There's this one, I would be in a whole hallway and I'd see like one Ithorian standing up against a wall in an entire fucking crazy big hallway. And it's just like, why? Who lives here? What is happening? It felt very empty. Yeah, many, many times in that game.
Shinobi here says what most of us that have played it and patrons and everybody has chimed in about the same thing, is that KOTOR 1 definitely has the better story, but KOTOR 2 has better gameplay and a lot more dialogue. And I do remember from the first time that I played is they did kind of what happens in Mass Effect 2, where you need to get influence from your party members in order for them to truly join your side by the end of the game. Like you have to gradually like go through all those dialogue options to try to get them to follow you all the way so you don't lose the last mission.
No, I do like that aspect.
It's cool.
So that added a little bit. I do like the amount of items that you can pick up.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more prototype this and fuck crazy saber that and all these armors and stuff that you can put on. So they really spent their time on that aspect of it, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
I just don't know either.
I don't know. I'm on. I actually went to Dantooine after Paragus, and I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. I don't.
That's the like
I'm so
ruins
lost.
of the Jedi temples.
Yeah. But you can't get into any of them.
Yeah, aren't there people like treasure hunting there?
Yeah, and I went up and talked to them. They're like, "Don't go down there. There's some crazy stuff." And I'm like, "Fuck you guys!" And they walked away. And I tried to enter, and it just there's nothing there.
Locked. There's some crazy stuff.
No, locked. Impossible.
Yeah.
Who built this door that it's impossible?
One thing that's nice is, as far as having to bash shit open, they give you the plasma torch, which basically bashes everything in one hit no matter what. So at least that's nice. You don't have to sit there and swing an axe at a fucking locker for 10 minutes.
The other thing I do like about KOTOR 2 are your companions. I like the Zabrak, the fucking engineer crazy Zabrak that you find.
Yep.
He's cool. I like the white-haired chick lady that's living with the Jedi girl.
I don't remember her.
She wears all white and she has white hair. It's interesting. But I also like Atten. Like Atten's like a shit talking, like just punk. I'd rather have Atten around than fucking Karth.
Yeah,
hey, I think
day.
you probably shouldn't be doing. Shut the fuck up, Karth. If I wanted your counsel, I would. What? Why are you talking to me?
Yeah, he has no business talking at all, ever.
If I had an option, you'd be sitting in our apartment or on Ebon Hawk. I'm this early stage in the game that you have to be with me. So get the fuck up. Ooh, here we go. Pure Pazak.
No, last thing about KOTOR 2 is I'm excited to get into it. I'm extremely interested about the Jedi Exile, that whole storyline, because as you get into dialogue, your character is talking about how you've been out of the game for like 10 years. So she is gone before the events of KOTOR 1 even take place. So I'm excited for that story to kind of get filled in as I go through the game, because I don't remember any of it. But a lot of people say the Jedi Exiles is sweet. Obviously not as cool as Revan, but pretty sweet.
It's also interesting how they mesh the two, how you can like choose through your conversation if Revan was a girl or a guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. It's interesting that they would leave it open, but it's also kind of weird that they just wouldn't choose something for KOTOR 2 just to move the plot forward.
I kind of like it because just because you had the choice in the first one, now it's like making you get to choose what Revan's canon is in your version of the game.
Yeah. Is there any way to link that up? Kind of like how Mass Effect is. If you choose a guy in Mass Effect 1 and you can link your thing up and you'll be a guy in Mass Effect 2.
Probably not back then. That was some pretty advanced shit, the fact that happened. That was mind-blowing when Mass Effect 2 came out. And they're like, yeah, your character, all of his choices, his name, his stats, his like character type and everything all transfers. It's fucking wild.
It is pretty wild.
It is fantabulous. Okay, let's give something away for free. This is what it is. Everyone look on the live stream. So
it's a range trooper.
This is the Black Series range trooper from Solo. Pretty cool. I was sad that we only saw these guys. Like they literally popped up on top of that train and took a few shots at Han and Chewie and then got taken out. Or the train disconnected and then you never saw them again. They were there so quick, but they look pretty fucking badass.
They were part of that other gang?
No, these are actual stormtroopers. Like the people that guard that the train, whatever the fuck it was called. And they had those magnetic boots that keep them locked to the roof of the train while it like slides. Yeah. So it's a cool figure. I hope whoever gets it actually likes the range trooper, because I've heard some people say like they got this fucking fur. They look like a 1970s disco trooper. Yeah. I think they're fucking badass.
They do. And they're warm.
So recap, all of our patrons on the $10 tier or above are entered in the giveaway. Right now that is consisting of Riley Drangus, JD, Brian Shannon, Kona, Isaac Nelson, and Dane Kidd. And this month's winner is Isaac Nelson.
Oh my God. We're never going to hear the end of it.
You get this. You get it. It's free. You're going to get it. I'm going to send it to you.
We also have some new stickers and pins and whatnot that we'll probably be sending him. But if you guys are interested in any of the new stickers, Commander.
Yeah, I'm going to bust some shit out right now. We got a few new pieces of merch, and I'll throw some in there with the item when I send it. Classic, just a logo sticker. And these are really nice, high quality, like matte stickers. They turned out really great. And then one of our personal favorites, the caricature drawing is sweet. Got buttons. Oh God! And if you're just listening to this, I'm sure you're bored as hell because you can't see anything. But go to the site. Everything's on the site. And then we had these. We still have plenty of these magnets from the Last Jedi event, or from the May 4th event. Excuse me. So May the 4th be with you. Laser engraved wood magnet, and then one with the logo. Boom.
Awesome.
All available for purchasing.
Just go to the I'm going to drop the link in here.
Yeah, it's just roguesquadronpodcast.com/merch. Everything's there. T-shirts, stickers, magnets, posters. Plenty of posters from The Last Jedi. If you hate the movie, you want to buy a poster from us and burn it ceremoniously under the moonlight, we have plenty of those available for you to do that.
Yeah. Supposedly I can't fucking
So congratulations, that. Nelson.
Yeah, man.
Very good.
He is
good quality.
Yeah, he's been with us for a little while, so I'm happy to hear that he has won something.
Good quality.
It's great stuff, man. So let's dig into the thicket. Billy D. Williams.
I haven't heard that word in so long. Yeah, so let's talk about the news.
Billy D. Williams has been unofficially confirmed officially.
I love these fucking articles.
Because I've seen it all over on every news thing, every news medium, except for Star Wars. I haven't seen like Star Wars Instagram share this.
Yeah, because they're very like particular on when and how they announce that stuff.
Yeah. But Lando, he's going to be reprising his role of Lando in episode 9.
Yep.
Probably to be killed off, because that's what the fuck they're doing right now.
I love those memes.
But yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. I also am kind of perturbed by it because, of course, they're going to fucking bring him back because we just saw young Lando in Solo. So let's make a couple more dollars off of Billy D while he's still here and willing to do it. And I don't know. It's just, I'm kind of on the fence about it. Like, of course, I'm going to be happy to see Lando on screen again. But it's like the politics behind it. Like, you feel like you have to do that. Why? Because we haven't gotten rid of him yet?
Maybe. But there is also a good amount of new Lando stories coming out. I haven't read them yet, unfortunately, but like he's in Solo, so we have some of his origin. And then that Last Shot novel, which is like a Han and Lando combo book. I haven't read that, but that takes place at like different points in time. So some of it's before 6, some of it's after 6. So I think they've been kind of dropping things. You know, the way that they've been doing new canon is pretty fantastic across all mediums. Like they'll drop some subtle hint in a book, and 6 months later, that character shows up in an entire episode of one of the cartoons or something like that. So I think they've been kind of leaving some trails for Lando, and there's probably going to be something. I don't think it's going to be huge in episode 9. Like he's not going to be a star in it or anything, but he'll have something important to do, I think. I hope. I don't know.
He better hit on fucking Leia, knowing that Han's gone.
Leia's dead now. I'm not overly excited about it. I don't dislike it either. If they kill him off, I'm okay with that too, because as we all know, these characters are like 80 years old. So anyone that's like mad at them dying is like, you really want to see Harrison Ford run around and break his ankle trying to save the galaxy when he's 80 years old? Because I don't want to see that.
I barely wanted to see him in episode 7. Like he's so dusty and old, and it's like, oh my god, he's back, and it's fucking awesome. But I'm honestly happy they killed Han Solo off.
Yeah, like, don't give a fuck.
Be there.
Yeah. So it's cool. I think they'll do it tastefully. We're beating a dead horse. We've said this before, like we said last episode. I just wish that he would have been the one to drop the hints to Canto Bight or have the connect to DJ or something like that instead of that fucking Union Dispute hologram Skype message. That was not my favorite part of episode 8. But in any case,
Union Dispute.
Maybe he's going to show up and steal the Falcon back from Rey. It's like, my lover partner droid is installed in this ship. It belongs to me now that Han's dead.
I feel like banging the Falcon right now. So.
R2, open up one of those ports in the Falcon. Gotta get down to business.
Oh my God, what do we have here? No,
so it'll be cool.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a little forced. It felt a little forced. We'll see how they play it out. I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'm just being a salty bitch. But, it does feel like we have to have all of our classic characters back on screen, and we have to kill them off on screen to make it official. And you don't have to do that. You really don't. That's all I'm saying.
The only thing that I'm irritated about is that Lando's roots are so much in, I almost said the dark side. There's so much in like the underworld and the smuggling. The fact that he betrays Han in 5, and by the time we see him in 6, he's a general and he's leading the attack on the Death Star 2. I think that's silly. Leave it up to just like 80s script writing. I guess he's one of the stars. Obviously, he's going to be on the good side now. I just don't want him to like still be involved in the rebellion all this time. It just doesn't feel right for his character. Like he dove in and helped the rebellion in a few battles just because they needed an extra hand and he was going to help his old buddy Han out. But like he's not a leader in the rebellion as far as I'm concerned.
He so bad.
He should.
stabs Han in the fucking back by making a deal with Darth Vader. The next movie, hey, you want to run half our military? Come on over. You know how to fly a ship?
The only defense is like they're so desperate for leaders and like equipment and people and fighters, and they just kind of had to do it.
I fucking hate it.
After they heard about my maneuver at the Battle of Tanab, blah blah blah.
It makes the movie Solo makes that transition feel a lot better though. Because you've seen him and Han work together. They both are very familiar with the Falcon, obviously. Mm-hmm. So when Han was just like, hey, I'm going to be in this fucking Imperial shuttle. Someone needs to fly the Falcon. And they ask, well, who should fly it, Han? And he's like,
the only other person that's ever going to fly it is Lando.
Yeah. Or Chewie. Or Rey. Or whoever the fuck wants to. So.
Never mind.
So, yeah, I'm excited for it. But it feels forced. That's all I'm saying. Do you want to jump into the Darth Vader comic?
No.
All right, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. We've jumped back on that. I am so happy with that game.
Holds up.
And it holds up very well. At this point forward, I'm going to stop saying So here we go.
You tried to say that last episode too.
I know. Mass Effect 3, it holds up extremely well, and I'm happy with it. I just need to test out other characters.
Yeah.
I'm very confident with the one character. So the one of the soldiers.
Battlefield soldier, yeah.
I like his I like his powers. They're very straightforward.
Now, I can't unhear it. This was my hell when I started the podcast company. The bulk of the editing work is taking out people like, well, like that. I had like that was my life, is just listening to that shit on loop. So every time you say I'm triggered.
Well,
just need a new word. No, continue. Mass Effect.
Mass Effect's awesome. Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. We jumped back on that. It was you, I, Deadpoolio, and another Durangus.
Our Rando is actually better than all of us. He was at the top every game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the rest of you danguses that have Xbox and our Patreon group, I recommend you get it. We talked Kerner into it earlier. Just get EA access. It's $5 a month, and all 3 Mass Effect games are on there, as far as a ton of other EA shit. So it's worth it.
Yes, I agree. So Mass Effect 3, that's gaming for us. We talked about Mass Effect, Overwatch, Titanfall, KOTOR. That's kind of the gist of it.
Yep.
What are you watching? You watching anything right now?
So I was on a whole gangster kick with The Godfather. So back to movies for a second. I've been going through whatever gangster movies are on Netflix. I've just kind of been watching. So I think we talked about The Departed and Godfather. Those are fucking beautiful. Godfather Part 3 is like, I get what it was trying to do, but it just didn't end well. Like the very end of the movie was just so fucking weird. I just don't like it. Casino, I watched. Not my favorite.
Casino Royale.
No, Casino.
Casino hunks. I've never heard of.
It's the first Gramblers.
Riverboat Gramblers.
Casino is fuck. What's the dude's name? The actor that played the young
Sean Penn.
Corleone. No. He's like the most famous Italian actor of all time, besides
Joe Pesci.
Tony Montana. Joe Pesci's in it too, but the main dude is. Why can't I think of his name? It's fucking pissing me off. Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, Godfather. What the fuck's his name?
Oh, Rondon Volante.
Bottoms up. God damn, someone in the chat, please tell me what his name is. I can't think of it.
We're not smart enough.
It was him and Joe Pesci. And it was a cool movie. It just didn't feel like it had the stakes of most of the gangster movies, because at the end of the day, he's just managing and running this casino. And Joe Pesci comes into Vegas and starts living there, and then he basically brings Robert De Niro. Thank you. He basically brings all the bullshit and like murder and illegal shit into Vegas and starts kind of fucking up Robert De Niro's operation. But at the end of the day, it's just like him managing this casino, and it escalates And then the mob, well, I'll spoil it because it's 20 years old. The mob kills them. So it just didn't feel as, I don't know.
Good.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like I hoped it would. Because it's also Scorsese, so I don't know. But it was okay. And then I watched Goodfellas. And I remember liking that a lot more back in the day. That's another one that I didn't totally love. It wasn't as rooted in like Italian tradition and the mafia and stuff as good as Godfather was, and I like that a lot better.
See, I liked Usual Suspects.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Better than what did you just say?
Goodfellas,
yeah.
Like Goodfellas starts awesome because it's about him, the dude when he's a kid, and it's like in the 40s or whatever, or the 50s. But then once he's an adult, it loses me. So
interesting. We're into, I don't even know what you call them. They're like documentaries about old murders and stuff. Kind of like Making a Murderer.
True crime.
Like true crime documentary kind of things.
Yep.
We just watched, there was one called The Staircase. Something like that. And it was a really weird one where this guy calls in and he says, my wife's been in an accident and she fell down the stairs and send help. And when the police show up, there is blood everywhere. And there's like a bunch of scrape wounds, like someone hit her on the back of her head.
Dude.
And it went into, and it was like a 13 episode series because there was a bunch of stuff of like, did he hit her and beat her and then she just like died at the foot of the stairs? Or is it possible that she obtained those injuries by falling and he goes to jail for 10 years and then he's like acquitted of it? I mean, it's fucking crazy.
Stuff is fucking crazy, dude.
It is really ridiculous. But I do love that type of true crime documentary, what happened and what, where they are now.
Yeah.
So we went through that one. And we're just now getting right back into Westworld.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All the guys in the patron chat have been yelling at us to watch that.
It's not very easy to watch. You have to pay attention. And it's very unforgiving. That's probably the best way to say it because they put you in this and don't explain anything. They kind of just, as you watch the show, you'll understand how everything's working and what to expect and all this shit.
Which I kind of like.
No, and like I enjoy it too. But it is for like 5 episodes. You have no clue what the fuck's going on. You're just trying to grasp something that you're like, oh, I know what's going to happen here. Or I know what to expect.
Right.
Everything's kind of flying around and you're just like grabbing for something that you're going to recognize.
Yeah.
But Westworld is very, very cool. Travis Dunn says Westworld needs your full attention, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very thick in like subplots too, but in the greater world and how they built it and how it works. And it's kind of like a game, but it's not. And they use robots, but they're made by people and they're set on a loop to do certain storylines that people can go. So it's like you're visiting the Wild West and you're allowed to go in and you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. You can like bang some hooker or you can go on like a raid with some guns and all the people built into the world are fake and they're robots.
Right. Yeah. I watched the first episode.
But they start having issues and it's getting fucking crazy and you don't know who's what or anything.
Who's a what's it?
Oh yeah. You don't know what's a who. And
who's aware?
It's very cool. It's very cool because it starts making you think. Because some of the robots become self-aware. They start realizing that they are robots, which is fucking that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And me and Glass Armor were sitting there having discussions. I was like, they probably once they become self-aware, probably look at humans as like gods. And she completely was just like, no. I was like, what? We would be the creators. We created the world they live in. We created them. So how is that not God? Like, that's what we perceive. Anyone who believes in God, like God created us and created the world around us. Created the fucking everything's. So there was like that aspect that's built into that relationship between humans and the robots. I keep calling them robots. They're probably called something else.
Droids.
Synths.
Cyborgs.
Terminators. No, I'm very happy with it, and it took a good like 8 to 10 episodes for me to really grasp how things are working and what's actually going wrong. But it's moving along. We're still on season 1. The episodes are so long. Anything on HBO is like an hour long.
Yeah,
it's unrelenting.
Yeah, it's still on my list. I don't have a crazy amount of time to watch stuff, and I usually watch stuff with my wife, and we watched the first episode, and she's not about that because it's, I don't know, she doesn't like creepy stuff, and it felt like that could get very creepy very quick, like with the robots becoming self-aware, or like the humans are just going to go into this park and just like kill people for fun.
Oh, there's a lot of dicks and pussies and assholes, and there's a lot of it too on screen. You see it all, man.
It's like sci-fi Game of Thrones.
It's 1,000 times worse than Game of Thrones because the hosts, thank you guys, the hosts are robots. They come back and they like do maintenance on them, and when they do maintenance on them, everyone's naked. So they're like working on them, and they're just dicks and pussies hanging out, and it's oh yeah. So half the show is just naked.
Well, you should have started with that. Now I'm gonna watch it when I get back tonight.
Kerner's signed up for Netflix right now or HBO Go. It's fucking crazy.
That strategy didn't work because we showed him an episode of Game of Thrones and he didn't start watching that. So I don't know. The kid doesn't understand.
Guy loses his dick. I ain't watching this.
How could you go for a life without a dick?
Why is he still alive? Why would you fucking continue living without a dick?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Anything? Oh, I rewatched a fucking Game of Thrones episode last night too.
Nice. The
last episode of season 6. When Cersei blows every fucking thing up.
Yeah, you've seen that one so many times. Yeah.
I remember watching that live with like Pat and T and everybody was there. And we all were just struck. Because there's so much that happens. Not only like an entire family is killed and the priest bitches are
like
all
the
killed.
Entire religion, basically.
Then the prince or king walks out and kills himself, and you're like, dude, this whole show's going to shit in one episode, and it's fucking awesome. Yeah,
that part when they did the live concert that me and Tommy Boy went to, that part was awesome. It was really, really cool. That music just builds and builds and builds, and all of a sudden it's just like so fucking epic.
That's one thing, even watching just one episode and revisiting the music in Game of Thrones, it just sets the tone.
Yeah, it's
like
awesome.
You hear the music before you even see like plots or anything going on in the episode.
Yeah.
But you already understand like this is going to be fucking epic.
Yeah.
You can hear it. You can feel it too.
They can feel it. Have you seen The Room yet? You haven't? The Tommy Wiseau, I did not hit her bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Hi, Mark.
No.
You don't even know what that meme is, do you?
Oh, you're talking. No. I was kind of confused. I thought you meant like a Netflix series or something. I have not seen the movie The Room. No.
Worst title for like, what does that even fucking mean?
What's this movie called? Film.
What's it about? Nothing really.
Oh, hi, Mark.
You need to watch it. It's legit. But I was quoting that, so I digress.
Oh, thank God you did, because I was gonna do it for you. So,
hi, doggy.
Jacob Weiss, one of our worst patrons, held a knife to my back and forced me to buy the first 2 Darth Vader collections of the Marvel Comics. Thank God he did that, because it's one of the greatest things. Truly, I think that comic shows me more of what I want to see than any other Star Wars film, than any other book. Like I enjoyed that on a grand scale of and everything that happens in it more than KOTOR.
Holy fuck!
Like KOTOR, the reason being is Darth Vader is Star Wars to me. I know I love Darth Revan. And he's probably one of my favorite characters of all time. I know I love Darth Bane, but Darth Vader is Star Wars to me. It's the rise and fall and the redemption. And there you go. If you're watching live with us or on YouTube later, you got a picture. There's a little snippet. But Vader is what I want to see on screen or what I want to read about. And I want to hear his inner thoughts, because we never hear his inner thoughts. He is so ragingly pissed off and fucking figuring himself out and killing in the wake of every. I mean, it's just a slaughter.
Especially because this one starts right after he gets off that table at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, so it's like he is basically just born as Vader.
Yep. Yeah, Chapter 1, Birth of Vader. So I have some points here that I do want to run through.
Yeah. And don't worry about spoilers. I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter. I've read the first 4 issues that I bought. And then I stopped, but I was convinced by the guys in the Patreon call earlier to get the Marvel Unlimited app, which is $10 a month for every comic that Marvel's ever made. So I have that on my phone. Now I'm going to start picking back up, and I'm going to finish the series before next week.
Cool. And I don't think there's going to be major spoilers in this. It's just kind of events that happen along the way that I'm going to highlight. I don't really think there's a way to spoil this because reading it and seeing the pictures is the reason.
It's a treat in of itself, yeah.
The story itself, he's hunting Jedi and being Darth Vader. So the librarian Jedi, Jocasta Nu,
yeah, from the temple. Yeah.
She pisses me off, but she's also fucking epic in this.
Why does she piss you off?
Well, there ends up having a lightsaber fight. Well, I call it a lightsaber fight. Dude, she uses a fucking lightsaber gun. Let's just get to it. That's the one bad thing. That's the one bad thing in the entire...
Better or worse than Ezra's lightsaber gun pistol thing?
No, you don't understand. Ezra's is dumb because there's on the end of it, it's a gun. This, she puts her lightsaber into this fucking mechanical asshole that shoots this fucking beam. It's bothersome. But that is such
lightsaber bothersome. I'm gonna look this up. I need to see this nonsense.
Yeah, it's bothersome. When I saw it, I just kind of like threw it over my head. I was just like lightsaber in episode 8. I just tossed it aside. I was like, this everything's going so well, and this is so good that I'm not going to even like wince at this. But thinking back, that was probably one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Yeah, she takes her lightsaber and like opens this hatch and puts it in the top of it. It's some like Fallout 4 shit where she just like built this lightsaber gun. It's so weird.
I think I'm seeing it right now. Yeah, it's like a sniper or something.
But it's like a direct beam. It's kind of weird.
Fuck. I hadn't seen that issue, whatever issues that's from. And then Weiss said something about Vader fighting Jocasta Nu. And in my head, I was like, why the fuck is the Archives lady in a duel with the Sith Lord? And why is she still alive in the first place? And why would she even have a lightsaber?
So I'm sure
it makes more context when you read it. But I was like, my first thought was like, she should not be fighting anybody.
Well,
dude,
okay.
Oh God, that's fucking freaking me out, man.
So I'll give you, it's going to be a small spoiler then. So she gets away. She lives through Order 66, clearly. And what she's trying to do is provide or protect the archives.
That's cool.
What she was doing was she was making holocrons of all of her thoughts and ideas and teachings and everything that she knew about everything. So she was building her own library that can basically be used, possibly by Luke, to create a new Jedi Order. So she was like duplicating all the info from the archives, and she was hiding it on a planet somewhere. I don't know. So that was what she was doing.
Cool.
Now,
I like that.
No, it's fucking badass and makes perfect sense with her character. But she needed to get back because there was an artifact or something really strong. Oh, it was a list of potential Force users.
Kids they were going to kidnap?
A list of names. And she knew where it was, and it was hidden inside the Jedi archives. It was like a secret room. So even after Order 66, it was preserved and no one knew about it. So she had to go back, get those artifacts, or destroy whatever she could so the Sith didn't get them.
Yeah.
So that's the reason she's back on Coruscant doing her thing. Now, halfway through, Vader fucking was like, hey, there's a motherfucker here. We need to kill everything. So
I thought we already did that once.
Yeah. But that's why she's involved. She kind of does her own thing, but it's not very good. So Vader goes up against this. I'm just going to call him a gray Jedi. He's not really, but we were kind of discussing it on the Patreon call, where he kind of leaves the Jedi Order because he doesn't fully believe the hypocrisy and all that shit.
Yep.
But he's still a defender of the Force. and kind of lives along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, he's going to do his own thing and protect himself. I forget his name, but yeah, there he is. And basically, he's waiting for his purpose to kind of defend the Jedi or defend the Force. And he finds that out when a fucking crazy psycho named Darth Vader lands and tries to kill him. So,
hey, it's my destiny. Welcome.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, come on up, buddy. You're the next contestant on I'm going to pinch your throat, bitch.
Kirak is his name.
Kirak is, he's a crazy fucker. And he actually defeats Vader. He thinks he kills him because he like cuts him up. These birds attack him. It's kind of weird, actually. And then he pushes him like off this cliff, and Vader basically lands on his back. His limbs are laying all around. He's a fucking mess.
Damn.
Kirak leaves and is basically trying to leave the planet and like find the Jedi and put them back together. I don't know. Do his thing. And as he's trying to leave, he sees Vader coming back at him, and he's like, "Dude, I fucking killed this dude." Like I cut off like
this is a corpse coming to fight me right now.
And that's how he felt. He's like, this dude doesn't give up. And it shows a little snippet of Vader laying there in like pieces, and he just closes his eyes and he pulls in all the bits and metal and fucking capacitors or whatever he's built with, and he puts them back onto himself with his mind. So he basically rebuilds himself because he's a fucking mechanical engineer. Yeah, and he knows how.
Very true.
So he rebuilds himself and limps his fucking broken ass up there and still fucking defeats him, and not in a direct way. So this is cool because the dude's a fucking hoss, Kirak. Yeah. You saw a picture of him. He's a fucking beast monster. He's like Bane, Darth Bane. He's just a muscle monster. He's stronger, faster, and probably quicker at this point because it's a young Darth Vader in a new suit. He doesn't know how to fuck do anything. He confronts him in this town area. And instead of Vader going straight at him, Vader starts fucking with the townspeople and like killing them or like threatening.
Christ, he's so evil.
And that's what gives him his edge. Because if he was going to go straight on, he was going to get wrecked again. Kirak was such a beast.
Right.
So he finds the weakness. I'm going to fucking kill all these guys. And Kirak tries to go defend him. And halfway through that, Vader like fucking crushes him and defeats. Oh, dude, that's so awesome. Brutal. But that's the shit I want to see, guys. That's the shit I want to see. That's why this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think we need to get on a more regular schedule of reading comics. Because there's a good amount of stuff, Star Wars stuff coming out right now.
There's some brutal stuff that happens. Okay, I'm only 2 things through here. I say I have lightsaber gun, Jocasta Nu, and fucking Kirak.
Lightsaber gun.
There's 12 other things. So after defeating Kirak, he takes... Because, the mission, it wasn't just to kill Kirak. Vader entered that battle without a lightsaber.
Right, because the whole thing is that he has to, with the new thing, you have to defeat a Jedi to make the crystal bleed. So he had to go do that. Yeah.
Dude, the craziest thing is when you see Vader pick up a lightsaber and it's green, and he's fighting people with a green lightsaber in that comic.
Dude, that is weird.
You're like, what the fuck is happening? I fucking love it. But the fact that he defeats him, takes his lightsaber crystal, and he goes through this like ritual thing by himself. He goes into a fucking cave, locks the door, and just like mind fucks this lightsaber. Oh, dude, it's he like is like pulsing it with the Force and crazy, and it keeps feeding back like good thoughts. It's kind of weird. Like he sees himself like on Tatooine or on Naboo with what's his bitch? What's
Padme?
I'm so
happy.
He
has to like get fed that and overcome it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, because he sees like an alternate reality where he kills the Emperor, takes over, and goes and like lives his life out with Padme happily. And he's like, no, that's not reality. And he fucking just he's like breaking a horse. Like he just breaks, not physically, but breaks the will of the crystal.
That's fucking sweet.
It makes it. Oh man,
that's awesome.
It's fucking crazy. You saw a snippet of when he's first coming up and becomes Darth Vader, a suited Vader. He throws the Emperor against the wall. Holy shit.
Yeah. That's the first part of the first issue. Yeah.
That's the first thing you see. He's fucking pissed. You see his raw power, throws the strongest being in the universe against the wall like a fucking paper airplane. Now with that, the Emperor fucking yells at him and shocks him and says, "Bitch, if you do that again, you're done." Because even the Emperor whips out his lightsaber and holds it to Vader's neck. He's like,
you get one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you not to do it again. So I love that banter back and forth. I love that not only is the Emperor testing Vader, but Vader starts really testing the Emperor. That's the dynamic that we don't really see.
Yeah.
And that I want. That's what I need in my life.
Yeah, there's some good scenes of that in the Tarkin book as well.
So after that, Vader fucks his suit up. I think it's after the Kirak fight. He gets back to the Emperor, says, I broke the fucking thing's bleeding. It's awesome. And his suit's just a fucking mess. And Vader and the Emperor's just like, dude, you need to, I'll send in one of the droids. He'll fix it for you. And you see Vader get fucking pissed. And he's like, fine, you fix it. You're the fucking mechanical engineer. You know what the fuck you're doing. And I'm just like, dude, that makes so much sense. Fix your own suit, bitch.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck you're doing. Do any upgrades you want to do. I don't give a damn. Do what you need to do. And it's like, duh, make it his own.
I'm building the Sith Lord, the fastest ever.
Exactly. And it goes into like a cutscene of like a custom characterization in a video game, and you see Vader like, I'll make my shoulder blue because I like blue. I'll give myself a beard because I want to look fucking.
I want a do-back tattoo on my left shoulder.
Do-back. I want a do-back on my front.
Dude, what if Vader had like an evil do-back with like armor and shit? You know how like the bad knight and shit would always have like a black horse with armor and stuff on it?
Oh my god! If he rode one of those space ticks into battle with fucking with a cannon strapped to its gullet. Just a herd of space ticks.
That's a new fucking t-shirt idea. Riding a space tick.
Oh, you know what you could do is that like riding a bull thing. Just have Vader with his helmet off riding the space.
Oh, it's too much, man.
One of the other crazy things that happens throughout that comic is Vader goes into like a meditation state, and it kind of goes into what I call a vision of himself. And it shows him floating almost in like a fucking Zen thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like physical appearance, he's like in a Zen thing.
Yeah.
But his arms are glowing white and his legs are glowing white. And his body, what's his physical body that's left, are like black and red, like scarred blood worm. It's fucking crazy. And his eyes are glowing. Dude, it's insane. Damn. Like that's his view of himself. He's just a murdering, blood pussing
torso.
Fuck. Yeah, that's what he is.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
You see that meditation like in his own mind. You see the visual of that a couple times in that, and I kept staring at it. It's so creepy.
Yeah,
it's so fucking creepy.
I wonder if
awesome.
by the end of the series we're going to see him get his castle on Mustafar.
Well,
I wonder if that's like a test also.
They hint at it because the Emperor sends him to Mustafar.
Okay, cool. Nice.
I think that might actually be where he makes the lightsaber bleed.
Nice. Just dip it in the fucking lava, take it back out. Well, it's red now.
Just fucking hot ass thing. There are other aspects. So he gets introduced at the end of like what I've read. So through number 9 or number 12. He gets finally introduced to the clones and or stormtroopers that this is my second in command, and his words are my words. Whatever he says goes. I don't give a fuck who we are.
Yeah.
So he's like on the same level as the Emperor, and he finally announces that. But through the first 10 comics, the clones are seeing Vader and they start attacking him, thinking he's a Jedi because they see a lightsaber and they're like,
right.
Holy shit, who the fuck is that?
We missed one.
Yeah. And in one part of it, I forget what Vader's doing. He's downloading some shit. It's part of a small little thing. And these two clones jump out at him and throw a grenade. And it starts exploding. And he holds the explosion down with the Force and kills the two clones with his other hand. He doesn't have his lightsaber yet.
God, dude.
He fucking is holding a grenade in with the Force, half exploded. And he fucking kills these guys with his other hand. I'm like, dude.
That's so sweet.
Oh my God. Please just do this over and over. Can't just put this on loop. I need it.
Watch it all day in the car.
Oh my God. Everything that I saw in that, outside of the laser fucking lightsaber cannon, which is okay. I get it. It's dumb, but it's not ruining anything for me.
Right.
he's immediately put in charge of the Inquisitors and makes them all feel so insignificant and stupid, and it makes me so happy because they're thinking, hey, we're number 2 to the Emperor. No one can fuck with us.
Right.
And the Emperor walks in and says, this guy, he's your teacher now. And he's literally chopping people's arms off and saying, get the fuck back up. It's only an arm.
Get a robot arm and let's keep fucking going.
No, that's what he told this dude.
That's so crazy.
Because one of the Inquisitors said, or the main Inquisitor, he's like, what's that helping my guys? You're cutting them in half. And he's like, it's only an arm. He should be getting back up and fighting. I'm like, oh my, you beast. You
Vader is like the drill instructor of the galaxy.
Oh yeah.
God damn.
And it's just the ruthlessness of it is so awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
Because it's cool because you could feel he's pissed at himself with where he ended up.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be on Naboo banging Padme and riding space ticks, but instead I'm fucking around with you guys. You guys are insignificant next to the power of the dark side. And you don't know how to fucking do anything. And he's just cutting people in half, and I fucking love it.
Like, he commits to it. He's like, well, nothing's going to change. Padme's dead. Everything's fucked. I may as well go balls deep and 100% being a Sith Lord.
Well, I feel like you're put in a situation. Everything went wrong. I think he does think the Jedi are evil. He says it in episode 3. So the heretics are gone. And what do you got to do now? Well, we got to keep the heretics gone or hunt out the rest of them. That makes complete sense.
Right.
So, yeah, it's just evil. He's a brutal fuck, man. Ugh. And he starts snapping necks with his fucking mind. He's not just choking people. It says in comic terms next to the dude's neck, KCCK, and just
yeah.
Like he's snapping dudes' necks.
Oh, God, man. This has me all excited. I really think that we should and hopefully will get like something with Kylo's backstory, something with the Knights of Ren or something like that in comic form, like a 20, 30 issue. I don't know how long these go for, but like a full year or two worth of comics with Kylo and the Knights of Ren would be fucking sweet to see. Because seeing Kylo do that kind of cool stuff in a comic book that you can't really show in a movie would be badass.
Yeah. I mean, that needs to happen.
And if Snoke is in there or not, I mean, just that's what I keep waiting for is more of Kylo's backstory, the Knights of Ren, and Snoke. I'm just, God, man, I can't wait.
All right, so here, I'll show you.
Show it.
This is Vader's. See him floating in the corner there?
Yeah.
There we go. So look at his face, dude.
Fuck, man, that's crazy.
Oh, my God. Look at that rage.
And all his limbs are like white because they're not there.
Yeah, I guess. They're like awesome. Phantom limbs. But he's just living in a fucking thunderstorm lava deadness. Dude, it's fucking insane.
That's sweet. Vader's the OG, man. Vader's amazing.
He's all right. The other thing I wanted to mention is, even though I accidentally bought the digital copy, I'm kind of happy with it. The way it flows. So if you want to buy something on digital, let me see what this shit's called. Comixology? It's a part of Amazon, but it's like a whole comic part of Amazon.
Oh, right, yeah. I remember.
It's just like a Audible, but it's comics instead.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It's cool. I'm excited. I don't know.
I'm excited as well.
Just really fucking happy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of comic series that I haven't started or even like know anything about. Like everybody is always giving praise to Dr. Aphra, and I have no clue about her and what that entire storyline is. So as far as getting into comics, I am now excited. So thank you, patrons, for forcing us to do stuff.
I agree fully.
Because I appreciate it.
Appreciate.
No other major Star Wars news. A few small things. They announced the next Thrawn novel. There's going to be a special Comic-Con alternate cover with Anakin and Thrawn, which is fucking sweet to see, instead of Vader and Thrawn. 10-year anniversary of the Clone Wars. What? You look very excited right now.
God. So Jocasta knew. He doesn't kill her right away, I don't think. But she realizes who Vader is, and they're on an ATT. What's the big transport flying clone ship?
Oh, the lat. The gunship.
The lat. Yeah, the gunship. So they're on one of those with, let's just call it 4 or 5 clones, and Jocasta Nu's in handcuffs, basically. And Vader's on there, and they're bantering back and forth, and Jocasta Nu says, I know who you are. You're Anakin Skywalker, and all the clones look at each other, and immediately Vader pushes all the clones out so they fall to their deaths.
Jesus. So no one knows who he is.
Yeah, because he doesn't want that getting out.
Wow.
So brutal. So fucking brutal. That's exactly what I need. Like my own guys.
You'd think, so I know he doesn't want anyone to think that he's Anakin. That's fucking sweet. Welcome, San Diego Sabres. He doesn't want anyone to think that he's still a Jedi, Anakin, obviously. But you'd think if it was with some of the clones, he used to fight with them, and now Order 66 happened, and they killed all the Jedi. You'd think that they'd be, best friends, and they'd have each other's back again. That's crazy that he just fucking throws them all out of the ship. He's a savage.
It's kind of the point where it's absolute. You can't.
That's
leave
true. You got to go 100%.
You can't leave anything behind. So crazy. He kills so many people.
Yeah.
That's all I want to see. is Rogue One the last fucking 10 minutes and these comics. So with that said, this is probably, look, KOTOR got me into all this shit. And the films are the core of pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
But this is the most entertainment I've ever gotten out of a Star Wars product.
That's good to hear.
Because obviously anything Vader's going to be great. And also the timeline is exactly what I want. I want to see suited Vader. It's the same thing as the novel, man. That's why that Rise of Darth Vader novel was so cool to me, because it's the inner thoughts of a new Sith Lord. Also, hashtag he's fucking Anakin Skywalker. The whole thing's about him.
So is this kind of like the new canon version of that same story, basically? Yeah, that's cool.
So a long story short, it replaces my favorite Vader book. So, and it did it very well. Sweet. I don't care if he lost his first battle. He lived and then murdered a fucking town.
He's got to lose some. That makes him even better.
But I think I enjoyed this throughout. The small things that happen, how he's tested, the Emperor's testing him, the Inquisitors are testing him, and he's just figuring it all out and murdering people along the way. Fucking love it. That's
cool. Yeah, that's I want to see the Inquisitors in a format that isn't Rebels. I want to see how they act and if they're cool.
10 out of 10.
Good.
I would recommend this to anybody. Even if you weren't a big Star Wars fan or fucking hated the sequels or the prequels or any of it, fucking get this. Get it right now. I'm waiting.
I got it.
Okay.
It's here. I have it.
Let them know Mopar sent you. I get royalties.
I wish. Oh, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's good news.
And I will specify it's Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith. Because there is another Darth Vader, and it's all under Marvel.
Does it actually say that? I think it just says Darth Vader.
It's Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith.
Because it just says Star Wars Darth Vader.
Nope, that's the wrong one.
No, it's not.
So the two collections. The cover looks
like this.
Yes, that's it.
I know what you were mentioning though, because I did accidentally start with the one where he goes to Jabba's palace first.
I don't know how that fits in. I'm so confused.
Man, let me see. I don't know.
Because it's separated on the app that I have, the Comicology or whatever it is.
Right.
And that's a separate storyline. Maybe.
I'm not the right person to know about this. This is the one where he starts with Jabba.
Yes, I'm looking at it right now. So the collections are called Imperial Machine is the first collection of 6 comics, and the second collection is called Legacy's End.
Yeah,
those are the 2 that you want.
You got to look at the dates because they do these like on a rotating basis. So this one's also called Darth Vader, but it's 2015, 2016, and then the new one is 2017, 2018.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good shit here, so I'm excited to dive in.
It's like
some of these covers are fucking awesome.
Yeah. And what I wanted to say is if you get it on that app and get the digital copy of it, the way it flows from scene to scene, I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that one of the newest ones?
That's the old one.
Oh.
That's the other series, but that cover is fucking sweet.
It is.
So get it, read it, watch it, love it, do it, talk about it.
Purchase it.
Recommendations.
All right.
Coming up, we are going to try to link up with the Starbecue Jackasses, I think. I'll be in Philadelphia for a conference. I know it's close to you. We'll see if we can make the timeline work. Foden Bede, time to show them how to drink beer. They need our training. And we're going to talk about podcasts, Star Wars.
We skipped our beer review today. We're amateurs.
I drank enough for the past 2 days to have a beer review for like 5 years. So I don't really...
for all the fish in the sea to be buzzed for a week.
Yeah. I could have done every beer from every brewery in Columbus. That's what happened. So,
fuck, man.
Other than
Those
that,
are the times that you get ruined when you go bar hopping because not every bar has the same beer. So you're just like every other beer you're getting is different.
You're rolling the dice on a regular basis.
You are shifting the gears, man. It's fucking crazy.
Tapping the keg.
Tapping the keg.
So yeah, that's kind of next up. The episode with me and Tommy Boy at the tattoo shop will be up next week. So that one should be interesting. Just we were kind of a few beers in by the time we started, but it ended up being pretty good. We argued about the prequels and complained about shitty Star Wars fans. So it was fun.
Yeah, we're not going to get into it, but it's just unfortunate where the fandom is right now.
I think it's just a small minority shouting real loudly. I don't think it's as big as we think. They just won't shut the fuck up.
This is what I would suggest for everybody is ignore it all. I don't care if you absolutely hate the sequels. And don't go out there and try to say, I fucking hate it. It's like...
It's not helping anything.
Well, exactly. And even us like, oh, but it is really good. It's not really helping anything.
Yeah.
Go out there and enjoy the Star Wars you love. I don't care what it is. Go buy the comic book that you love. Yeah. But don't shit on all of Star Wars and call yourself a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I try to only bring it up with memes. Or poking fun or being sarcastic. Other than that, I really... Because... Talking online about stuff like this doesn't get you anywhere. Mm-mm. People are misspelling things. You can't detect sarcasm. You have no clue. Like you can't, especially on Twitter when it's such short bursts of text back and forth. Like you can't really have a real conversation. So nothing happens. Everybody just starts yelling at each other, and then fucking. I don't even want to say what I was about to say because I don't want to bring that specific topic up. But people that were on Twitter know what I'm talking about. But yeah, just. Talking about it on a show, like maybe bringing somebody on that hates episode 8 and just chatting about it is way more effective than tweeting, "Fuck you," and that's
it. And say, "Hey, you're not a Star Wars fan." Well, yeah, I am because I defend it, and you're a piece of shit. Like, okay, we're both assholes. Shut the fuck up. So, but I was for the first time in a long time actually in our own comment section. I was getting triggered.
Yeah.
So people were just on Instagram. People were just so negative. And they're like, well, once you get like a decent amount of following, they don't give a fuck what you can say and blah, blah, blah. And they don't care because they're assholes. And I was like, and I replied, I just said, dude, we post things because we think it's funny. Not because we want you to agree with everything we say or is on the fucking post.
Exactly. Yeah.
We throw it up there because we find it funny.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow us. I really don't know who we are.
The one that fucking tripped me out was I and many other accounts were about to follow you until we saw this. And I just posted the emoji of the guy waving. It's like, okay, bye. Get the fuck out. I don't want you guys here if that's how you're gonna be. It's fucking ridiculous. Just the uppity shit.
Shinobi's dropping knowledge. In my opinion, you shouldn't have to deal with someone getting angry when you just want to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And there's a way to be upset with episode 8 and still talk about the characters and the events in episode 8 in a civil way. You can be like, dude, the movie was trash. Well, okay, but do you like Kylo? Because you can still like Kylo and not like episode 8.
Exactly, yeah. Well, we had Drew
what do
on you
think
show.
About BB-8? Does he stand up to fucking R2? Do you think they're equal because they're fun and fucking bubbly? I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Well, we had Drew on the show for the second time, and he wasn't a huge fan of it, and we talked about it, and I bit back at him at a few points, but I mean, we were civil about it. Like, he's not gonna He's a lifelong Star Wars fan. There's no reason for him to just go, everything's ruined. Fuck this. Fuck Rian Johnson. This is terrible. Like,
well, the crazy thing is, like, he's a lifelong Star Wars fan, but it's crazy with him being 100% wrong on his opinions.
It's true. You'd think someone with that much experience in actual Star Wars credits would know what he's talking about.
How does he have followers?
Oh my mind is blown.
I'm going to, oh my God.
No wonder they won't let him back to work on a Star Wars game.
No wonder.
No wonder, Drew. Happy 15th
You made that one
anniversary.
comment in 2018 about that shit, and we don't like it.
Yeah, it's crazy. So just try to have fun, enjoy Star Wars. If you're getting that pissed, I mean, we take breaks every once in a while. Like I'm in very much in Star Wars mode right now, but there'll be, a few months out of the year where I'm just like really not feeling it. And I totally move over to like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings, and I get into fantasy and ignore Star Wars for a little bit. So if you're that pissed and you're that pissy and you can't find anything that you like, just take a break. Just stop. Uninstall Twitter off your phone and just do something else for a while.
It's everybody deals in absolutes now. You don't like one scene in the movie, now
Everyone's
the whole thing
Sith.
shit.
Everybody's a Sith now.
Everybody's a goddamn Sith right now.
It's watered down. The power of being a Sith doesn't matter anymore.
The boy who cried
Rose.
The boy who cried Rose.
The boy who cried Flyboy. The boy who cried Godspeed Rebels.
Godspeed.
Where the fuck did that come from, too?
Why is she quoting God? Has God ever been a part of the Star Wars universe?
No, but that's a dumb argument because I don't care. I just wonder why they changed it and they threw that in there for episode 8. I don't understand.
I would have made a lot more sense if she would have said Revan Speed Rebels.
Revan Speed. Bane Speed Rebels.
Love it. 100% truth. Guaranteed.
I hate Star Wars.
Except for that wonderful thing called Darth Vader's comic.
Wonderful thing called Rogues Watching Podcast.
Dude, he holds in a grenade with his mind. He turns around, it's like right here, and he's like, wait. No.
Don't do that.
Who threw that? Who threw that? And then he kills him.
Death. All right.
Fucking brutal.
Dude, this keeps tripping me out because every time I glance over here, I have a peripheral of a body standing, and I just think someone's in my office. I'm like, that's probably a bad idea. I'm never gonna get used to that. Anyways, if you're not,
that's why
you don't.
That's why Phasma as a character is trash because that scares you.
That's true. Movies are ruined because the cardboard cutout is slightly bent. So I hate Star Wars now.
Episode 9 is guaranteed to be bad.
I have another meme I made earlier that's gonna piss people off. I'm gonna post it tomorrow. Yeah. So that's it. Congrats to Nelson for the giveaway. I hope you enjoy the figure. Put him on display. Anybody that is watching or listening that heard us mention the new merch and stuff, we got some stickers, buttons, pins, magnets, shirts, posters, all kinds of goodies. Just head over to the website, click the merch button, buy everything, and then burn it ceremoniously.
We should add a one button that just says one of everything, please.
That'd be perfect. Yeah.
Get it all.
What else? I feel like there was one other thing I had to bring up. I don't know. I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We've had a lot of Shinobi jackasses in the live feed tonight. It's awesome. Alex joining us, San Diego Sabres, Shinobi. We had Ryan Dunn. Oh my God. Travis Dunn, Jacob Weiss, Nick Kerner was on.
Nick Kerner. Nicholas Margulis Kerner.
Margulis. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are fans of the show, obviously you can head on over to patreon.com and become a member. And that's actually how Mr. Isaac won tonight. So if $10 tier, you are automatically put into a monthly drawing for a giveaway. At the same time, you're supporting us. That's awesome.
Talking shit. Really quick on the shitty Star Wars fans and conversations and stuff. Probably the biggest bit of feedback that we have had from our patrons is that the group chat that we have is a great place to actually sit and talk about Star Wars. Because everybody in there likes Star Wars. They obviously listen to the show, so they get our sense of humor. They know when we're throwing jokes around, but they just love the lore. They love the movies. So it's like a great place to actually talk about this stuff and not have to deal with shitheads or 140 character limits or whatever it might be. So
you get to filter out the fucking hatred bullshit.
Yeah.
And actually have a conversation, because there are people that are patrons that don't like 8.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude.
Or like
Logan,
Jamie said he didn't like Solo that much.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're all thinking the exact same thing, but it's just no one's being a complete ass and like making anti-Disney accounts as a result of it.
Everybody's being a complete ass,
and that makes it fun. Yeah.
So if you guys are fans of the show and or just want to be a part of that nonsense, we also do a Patreon call every week before we record our episode. So at the same time, it's basically a video breakdown of us yelling at each other. So if you want to be a part of that, you can also just join us on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of where we're at. Westworld.
Do it.
I want them to make an Eastworld where it's just a bunch, where it's just like a very humid climate, and all that you can eat is crab cakes, and there's fucking mayflies taking over everything.
It's like a jungle instead of the Wild West, and then the robots kill the people that come to the park. It's
the
like you
robots
sign up.
Are dinosaurs, and it's called Jurassic Park.
Oh, I got it.
I hate this show. Why?
Oh man.